am I again? You can't just run off like that, Henny. Granny's not as spry as she once was.
Henny, I'm not...
Aren't you cold, darling? You never knew how to dress appropriately. I remember back in preschool how you'd put your undies on your head.
I'm sorry, but I think you're mistaking me for somebody.
It's about time you made it back here, Henny. I'm feeling a bit out of sorts today. Why am I even standing here? Aha! Did you get... Do you have those, Help me out here, Henny.
I'm sorry, I'm Aiden. Aiden. And I really have to get going.
Pills. That's it. You were supposed to bring me my pills. Ran out this morning. And my mind's all sort of foggy.
I'd like to help, but I... Okay, let's see. Where do you usually keep these pills, ma'am?
No matter, Henny. You were supposed to refill my script at a pharmacy.
Pharmacies aren't really open for business these days.
God, I've forgotten everything. Ah, I know. This group of nice boys came this morning for coffee. No, it was for tea. And they made me... I lent them my last bottle. They had such funny masks on their faces.
You were robbed by renegades?
Ah, yes. That might be what they called themselves. But they were nice boys.
Alright, don't worry, Grandma. I'll ask those boys to give it back. Where did they go after that?
Somewhere over there. To those abandoned apartments behind me, I guess. Darling, don't you boys get up to too much mischief together. I'll be waiting with a hot cup of tea by the windmill south of the VNC Tower.
Looking sharp, Aiden.
So they are here. Grandma might be confused, but her memory's just fine for some things. I hope these pills help her.
Told his men to leave the island camp. Damn PKs don't care about us.
2024 at 1:09 p.m.
Hey, April. You weren't at work. Is it a cold, or have they already gotten to you? Because you know what they're saying, that the VNC station's gotten into the authorities' bad books, that there could be consequences. I don't know what it's all about, but if they were to shut it down, I'm a little afraid that we'd lose touch. Maybe we could go out for a cup of coffee, cake, or something. I know I'm just the IT guy while you're a whiz at those websites of yours, but I fixed your computer more than once, and I enjoyed our talks. Didn't you?
Message 1. Received. May.
The PK's sure pissed off the renegades this time.
Here you go, ma'am. I mean, Grandma, I got your pills.
Took your sweet time, Jerry. Had to grab a pint with your mates after work again, is that it? You could have let me know before we got married, the day were your true loves. Well, here's your tea. See what kind of wife you have?
Oh, the best kind. And after a hard day's work, a pint with the guys is a pardonable offense, isn't it? Take this, darling. You'll feel better.
That's so sweet you brought them, Aiden.
Wait. So, you remember my name? You know who I am?
Oh, my. Oh, all right. I might have exaggerated my memory problems a little bit. One can get used to this epidemic, even to the infected. But to loneliness? Never. What's the point of surviving if I have no one to share my life with? And you. Do you have a grandmother still alive? Do you drop by for tea with her?
Never had a grandma.
Truly? Then you do not even know what you are missing. I know so many stories. Would you like to listen?
I'd love to.
Drop by whenever you feel like it, and I'll be glad to tell you. People bring hurt on themselves when they ask too much from life.
I'd love to hear your story now.
I am Bosnian. I survived the siege of Sarajevo by the Yugoslav army during the war in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It started in '92 and lasted 4 years. The longest and bloodiest siege in the history of Europe after World War II. My mother and I were hiding in the basement. Very tight, very uncomfortable. It was hard to sleep. One day, a boy showed up. He was maybe 7 years old. His name was Daniel. His parents had been killed by mortar shells. Higher up, you could sneak away from snipers, avoiding unprotected streets. But you could never predict where the missiles would fall. It was only a matter of time before Daniel would die. He came by every day, but my mother never suggested that he stay the night. We lacked food, and a third person would have made it impossible to sleep. One day, Daniel sat with us, and I could see how troubled he was. He had big brown eyes. "Can I stay with you?" Mother changed the subject. In the following days, she did that 3 more times, until finally, she let him stay.
Why'd she change her mind?
I asked her the same question. She said, I had to remind myself what it meant to be human. I have remembered that my whole life. When the virus broke out, I sheltered dozens of immigrants. People think of themselves to survive. But they won't survive if they think only of themselves.
Wow. I never thought about it like that. I'm glad I met you.
puppies. Where are...
Is something wrong?
No, nothing. Talking to myself, that's all.
I mean, I can see something's the matter, but okay.
It's just, there's nothing that can be done. There are too many of them.
Too many who?
Renegades. Degenerates. 6 months ago, they kidnapped my son, Rook, and they forced me to produce drugs for them. I was the chemistry teacher in school before the epidemic. I held one of them back a grade.
But what about your son?
They're holding him hostage. If I'm late with the next batch of drugs, they'll kill him.
Maybe what these bandits need is a lesson.
But there's a whole band of them.
I've faced far worse odds than that. I'm not a fan of kidnapping.
Will you help me?
Yeah, I'll try. Where are they keeping Rook?
In a military building, overlooking the canal south of Muddy Grounds, near Culvert Island. The entrance is on St. Paul Boulevard, past the wrecked car carrier. Just be careful. I went there myself once, trying to free my boy. They caught me. Then later brought me one of Rook's fingers. As long as these bastards are alive, they'll never leave us alone.
I'll be careful.
I'll follow you. Wait outside for you to come out. What's your name?
Aiden.
Thank you, Aiden. I haven't slept a wink for 6 months.
Bend over, asshole! Ain't you smart for fucking with us like this? Crap your pants yet? I'm ready for that.
You all right?
Yeah.
They injected that shit into you.
Who are you?
Aiden, your father sent me.
Father. Dad.
You're out of danger. I'll take you to him.
No.
What?
I don't need you, Dad. Or anybody else. I'm doing fine here. Give me a needle.
Hey, wait. You've got all your fingers. The bandits didn't cut one off. So it was all fake?
Leave me alone.
There was no kidnapping, was there? You've been tricking your own father into making you free drugs?
Get out of here.
How could you do that to your father?
Didn't want this, okay? It's stronger than me.
And now what do you want? You'd rather stay here like this than be with your father?
Rook! Son! My boy! Finally, I've got you back. What is it, boy? Are you all right?
Look, there was never any kidnapping.
What?
It was all a show, including that severed finger.
But how could that be? Rook, say that's not true.
I tried to kick it. I tried. I didn't want to keep taking. Then I started getting high with them. When I mentioned you, they realized you were their former teacher and a chemist.
God, Rook.
I wanted to stop, to end it, but they wouldn't let me. I'm sorry.
Come back home with me. We'll talk there.
Really? After all I did?
You'll always be my son. Thank you.
We shouldn't submit to PKs without a fight. What happened to Bizarre?
Reminder, as per section 7.
Good story. Who here remembers
Can abandon
Disloyal.
She's one of us.
Dogs are loyal. You seen a cat lately? Totally abandoned us.
No.
Hey, everything okay?
What's it to you, huh? Ain't none of your business.
Ollie, cool your jets. Don't you know who this is? It's that Pilgrim guy, Aiden. Well, since you asked, one of her own, Kareen, is undercover at the nearby renegade camp.
A spy?
Right. Volunteered to walk into the lion's den. Been given regular reports, then nothing.
Not a peep for days now. It ain't like her. They caught her for sure.
Yeah, thanks for the expert analysis, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
Someone needs to get in there and find her.
What's she doing in there anyway?
Just finding out whatever she can.
Those renegade scum are going down. And she's been feeding us info that'll make them go down even harder.
Has she hinted she might be in trouble?
Not really. I mean, her reports were coming farther and fewer between, but that's it.
Yeah, less useful too. Figured she was just about to pinch it off and come home when poof, nothing.
Why don't you go in after her?
No can do. Those renegades would sniff us out in a second, and we'd be toast.
Yeah, those are fucking renegades, man. Just 'cause I'm a guy doesn't mean they wouldn't rape me or something.
Yeah, I see your problem.
Jeez, Ollie, you got serious problems.
I'll go check in on her.
Oh, man, that'd really help us out. Look, I got these papers that'll get you into the camp.
Better him than me.
See what I got to put up with?
Just give me the papers.
I'll be honest with you, I did a quick job forging these. Anyone taking a third look could figure it out. Which means you gotta work fast once you're in. You okay with that?
I'm good.
Awesome. Now, check it. The Renegade's camp is tucked between the office towers.
Okay, how am I supposed to recognize her?
Well, ain't a lot of women in these places. But she's gotta know you're on our side. Use the code word phrase, "Have you milked the goats?" And she'll respond, "Goat milk is too sour for my taste." And you'll know it's Kareen.
Goat milk is too... What? What kind of code phrase is that?
Pretty awesome, right?
I came up with that, man. That was all me. 100%.
Okay, whatever.
Changing. Turning. Where we came from. 2 million people have lost their lives.
Back from patrol. Can I get in?
Huh? Let's see your papers. You look familiar. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Maybe. But I get that all the time.
Yeah, you got that familiar kind of face. Welcome home.
Thanks, bro.
I'd better report in or I'm fucked.
Will that asshole get the fuck here already? He's gonna be sorry for keeping me waiting. I got things to do.
Have you milked the goats?
Goats? What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, my mistake.
The stronghold is downright cozy compared to these crappy outposts. At least I got bed there. Hey, sleep on the floor. The floor? Spring from fucking cot already. Stop whining. Hey, can you settle a bed for us?
You'd think there'd be more eye candy around here.
Have you milked the goats?
Don't know about goats, handsome, but if you're looking...
Yeah, never mind.
Aiden, it's Dan.
This isn't a good time.
Sorry, but I gotta warn you. The guards took a third look and figured out the papers were forged.
Fuck.
Exactly. So the clock's ticking. You gotta find Kareen and get the hell out of there. They'll be tearing the place apart any minute now.
Yeah, roger that.
Ever wonder what we'd be doing if the plague had never happened?
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole, man.
Seriously. If life were normal, what do you think you'd be doing?
Have you milked the goats?
Goat milk is too sour for my tastes. The PKs sent you?
Yes. Are you in danger?
Only from the PKs.
What do you mean?
I've met someone. His name is Alphonse.
A renegade.
A man. Renegade, yes. But that's just a label like peacekeeper. Tell the PK I was discovered and executed. Otherwise, they'll come after me. They won't stop. I'll lose Alphonse. I'll lose everything.
Aiden, stand here. Any luck?
Yeah, I found her. Her grave, I mean.
What? They killed Kareen?
Afraid so.
Well, fuck me. We'll hire ups here about this. Told you she was dead meat, man. Thanks, Aiden. Guess there's nothing we can do about it.
Sorry I didn't have better news. Aiden out.
Thank you. You saved my life.
I guess it's not all about labels and uniforms.
It's not enough, I know. But please take this, with my deepest gratitude.
Thanks, but I won't make it out of here alive to spend it. They must be searching for me by now.
There is a door behind you. You can escape unnoticed.
Thanks. Good luck.
Can't let darkness and ignorance reign.
Wait, what are you ranting about, mister?
Ranting? Son, I'm trying to safeguard our collective memory. I'm only trying to preserve history.
Seems like a big task. Can one man even do that?
I have a good background for that. For 30 years, I was a tourist guide. After the fall, I founded Villador's Historical Conservation Society.
Doesn't seem to be much to conserve around here anymore.
Thank the renegades for that. Still, more than ever, we must remember our past. We must keep track. Otherwise, we'll slip into the Dark Ages for good. We can't build a future for humankind if we don't know our history. What do you say I ask you 2 or 3 questions about that? See if you've been paying attention. See if you do know our past. So, you ready to talk history now?
I can try.
Good. Let's start with one of the defining moments of our history. A tragic event that had such an impact, it still defines how the city looks today. Here goes. What event went down in history as Black Monday?
That would be the chemical strikes on the city 11 years ago.
Correct. On January 6th, 2025, at 0800 hours, the butcher, Colonel Williams, decided to use a newly discovered chemical compound, the THV Gen Mod, to stop infection. Hope of reclaiming control of the city turned to tragedy. Millions of residents were killed. It also caused terrifying mutations of the infected, turning them into what we now call specials. The chemicals are still active today. Don't get near them. I mentioned the March Massacre before. Any clue what happened on this day?
The army killed 64 civilians protesting against weapons confiscation.
You actually have been paying attention. This is correct. This shooting was the beginning of Escalation of Riots in the city, which finally led to the fall of General Pratt and Colonel Williams taking over. The army confiscated all the guns and ammo. It all started there, south of Houndfield, by the monument of the World Art Congress. The last question. Let's go for a moment out of Villador, taking a global perspective. Before mutating, THV was simply known as Haran Virus. Haran is where it all started. But do you remember when the Haran events happened?
In early spring 2014.
Bravo! I'm impressed, young man. Indeed, the virus emerged during Haran's Global Athletic Games in 2014 and went dormant after the city was quarantined. It was subsequently turned into an exclusion zone by the GRE. I remember those would-be games. I even took a week off to watch them. My country had many medal prospects. No one expected it would become hell on Earth. But that's the part everyone knows and never talks about, since it's what caused the fall. I commend you on your knowledge, young man. Never stop seeking more. And never forget, we're always just a few burning history books away from darkness. Here's a small token of my appreciation. Should teach you a bit about one of my favorite parts of the city, the catacombs.
Good evening, Aiden. Looking sharp, Aiden.
Don't tell me you've never seen a flea.
Best quality!
I think I'm gonna settle by the windmill. Now.
Help me, stranger, please! Hey, get me out of this thing! I'm in here! You're my only hope! Help! I can't die like this! I can't thank you enough for saving me. But take this.
Inhibitor container detected.
go on. Yeah, you were right. Only ruins left. Who won? Hey, Major Matt? Aiden here.
Aiden, good to hear you, son.
You said maybe you could help me out. I'd like to ask how.
Not over the radio. Come to the ship. To the main HQ. I'll be there soon myself.
All right. What the? What the f...
Let's get the hell out of here, Greg.
Hey! Wait!
Stay away!
Hey! What the fuck just happened here?
About Rose withdrawal from the island. Old man knows. What he's doing.
You got those hungry, need to buy something eyes.
It's a shame to admit it, but I cried when the city lit up.
And, what did they serve yesterday? No loitering. Halt! Biomarker.
Oh, you again. You don't recognize me?
Ah, the guy with Matt's orders.
Bravo.
Report to Meyer in dispatch. The commander is on his way back from the field.
Does Matt often go out on field missions?
Used to be. He was hardly ever on the ship. Always in the field, always helping. That's why I joined the Peacekeepers. But lately, Matt's been acting weird. Not sure what that's about. It's been this way since before old Villador and the Renegade attack there. Now this bullshit with the withdrawal, I don't get it. Whatever's going on, I hope he addresses the men soon. Helps us understand this bullshit withdrawal.
He's probably got his reasons.
Whatever they are, innocent people are gonna get killed. Go see Meyer.
Thanks.
That's all I got.
This zone is secured by peacekeepers. Go on now, get.
In a year, you'll be addressing me as Corporal.
What's up with the rations these days? They're a new cook or something?
Just make sure you have all...
Hey, where's dispatch?
There! All right, men. We take care of the UV lamps and head back to base. It should be on point, fast, and easy. Go, go, go!
They've already attacked 2 of our troops.
Everything we can to arm you. If needed, we'll intervene.
If you could intervene, why'd you leave in the first place? This is bullshit. Wasn't your father some famous war hero? I bet he's rolling over in his grave.
Watch your mouth, civilian. Things are tough all over. You know that.
Don't just stand there.
This'll bring trouble for sure.
Maybe he's doing the right thing.
I recognize your uniform. You're one of those carriers, right?
Sure am. Need a message delivered?
No, I'm in the market for information, not sending it.
And nothing I can do for you.
So I hear. But, maybe your boss can help me?
Our guildmaster? Driscoll? Maybe. I don't know. He has the authority, but you'd have to be a very special case.
I don't know about me, but what I'm after is important.
You can try to speak to Driscoll, but don't get your hopes up.
Story of my life. Where can I find him?
In our headquarters, on downtown Court, inside the metro station that bears the same name. You'll know it when you see it. And Driscoll, you can't miss him.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
a difficult job. You've heard about what happened at the bazaar? Chaos and mayhem. This is what comes from all of this.
Stop already. I can't hear myself think. Look at my face. You'll see. Yeah, sure.
I hope Jackman deals with these damn renegades. Don't want my name ending up in some memorial down in the...
Our commander has no mercy for traitors. Consider this a warning.
Man, I hate my job. I guess I'm better off on this side of the prison bars. Same. Patrol, what's the situation?
Sector's dead quiet. Once I would have jumped out for coffee and donuts in these conditions.
I was starting to think something had happened to you. Haven't heard from you in so long. Having the power to change the title.
All right,
Ah, you. I remember you from the canteen.
Yeah, I guess.
From the fight in the canteen?
Maybe.
Don't sweat it. You can really hold your own. I respect that. Aiden, right? Commander told me to brief you about faction matters. Missy welcomes you.
Who's Missy?
It's the name of the ship you're standing in. She played a key role during the revolution. Missy was meant to deliver drugs masks, and other critical medical supplies, then return home. But by then, home was gone. She and her crew had nowhere to go.
And what about now?
Now, she serves as PK headquarters in Command Central. All directives are issued from right here.
Smart. Easier to defend than a building.
Exactly.
What did those survivors want?
Talking about our little argument? They want what everyone wants. Safety. Which I understand. But we have to keep our eye on the bigger picture here. And it pisses me off when people mention my father.
I don't mean to pry, but what's the deal with your father?
This again? Since you're new here, I'll tell you the short version. Classic story. Saved a bunch of his fellow soldiers, some civilians, and got a medal.
When was this?
Long time ago. Back when people were only fighting each other, and not each other and infected at the same time.
So is he why you joined the military?
Pretty much.
He must have been very proud.
Sure. Why not?
Where is Matt?
In the field. He came across a lead in Old Villador. You gotta wait. See that board? I got plenty that needs doing and not enough men. You wanna pick up some of our slack? We pay well.
Medic, hurry!
Fuck, that's Major Matt. Something's happened.
Make room! Clear the way! He's bleeding out!
Fuck! Hader's in really bad shape.
Take him to the infirmary! Summon the medics! We have to save him. Hang on, Aitor. We won't let you go. You hear me? Get moving.
Better hope Ader survives. We lost too many people in Old Villador. Jack will do all he can to find out who did this.